Cascode is little different. We'll just finish this one and see that what is cascoding. Okay, it is stacked vertically. Here it is stacked, connected in a parallel way. Okay, this will be clear afterwards once we come to that topic, cascode amplifier electron. So here is an example of cascading of two stages. First one, the transistor Q1 is a common emitter amplifier, whereas the second one, Q2, is biased or connected in a common collector or emitter follower configuration. In emitter follower, what is the how can you say that it is emitter follower or common collector? What the things that you will observe and tell? Tell somebody. Harsh Tripathi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So how can you say that someone both are um, uh, PNP, BJT, and connected? How can you say that someone is common collector, someone is common emitter? In this configuration, what you see that uh, tells you to say it is a common collector, it is common emitter. Can you tell?
Sir, in common collector configuration, sir, the load resistor is connected to the emitter side.
Emitter terminal. Okay, good. So now we'll analyze this circuit with some numerical values to find out the initially the stage 2 will calculate everything: voltage gain, current gain, input impedance, input resistance, output resistance, etc. Then we'll calculate for the first stage, and then combined gain or total gain or overall gain will calculate with an example of numerical which is given in the book. Also you can look at the book and see that. Here is the same circuit, only thing redrawn in a different way. Of course, biasing voltages are not given here. Remember, it is hidden. To show the circuit a little simply, otherwise, if you connect the voltages, then it will be little difficult to draw it here, and it will be clumsy. So, see that VS is connected at the input of the Q1. Okay. Initially, we will not consider the effect of RS. Okay. And we'll calculate the things, all these parameters like voltage gain, current gain, input resistance, output resistance, etc. Okay. Here is the question you can say, and given parameters, find the input and output impedances and individual as well as overall voltage and current gains of an amplifier cascading common emitter, common collector stages having RH equals to 1 kilo ohm. RC1 is what? The collector resistance of Q1. This is RC1. Previously, if you see, this is the collector resistance of Q1. It's a 5 kilo ohm resistance. Okay. And RE2 is the load resistance of U2, stage 2. Okay. Now remember these things. One call is coming. Let me take the call. I'll be coming back to you. I'll mute myself for a minute. I'm back. So what I was discussing is, see that RS is 1 kilo ohm source resistance of the stage. First stage it is, and the first stage at the base it is connected. RC1 you could understand, RE2 you could understand 5 kilo ohm for the transistor parameters as follows. HIE equals to 2 kilo ohm. HI is what?
Input resistance.
Input resistance. HIC is 2 kilo ohm. Okay, it is also input resistance, but for which one?
Q1.
HIC.
HIC is for Q2.
Q2, because that is a common collector. And HIE is 2 kilo ohm. It is for common emitter one, first one, Q1. So HFE is what? 50 ohm. What is that? Current gain. Of which one? Q1. HFC is minus 51. It is what? Current gain of the common collector one. In the second stage, or you can say Q2. HRE is 6 into 10 to the minus 4. What is this one?
Reverse voltage gain of Q1.
Of Q1. HRC equals to 1. HRC is again HR means it is reverse voltage gain of Q2. HOE is what? HOE equals to
Output conductance of Q1.
Q1, 25 microampere per volt. HOC equals to 25 microampere per volt. Okay, of the Q2. So with these values, we have to understand the circuit. I mean, calculate the voltage gain, current gain, etc. So if we start with second stage, it will be easier, as you can see in the write up. So let us now start from this table 8.4, which I said that it will be repeatedly used earlier. I have put part of the table here, okay, for you, so that we should not go back and refer that. From that table with RL equals to RE2. Earlier, see, RL equals to RE2. See, or you can say ZL was used earlier. We are now writing RE2. Load resistance actually. Load resistance for the second stage, which is Q2. Okay, common collector 1. The current gain hence can be written as what? AI2 is equal to minus I2 divided by IB2. Can you understand this? I2 is flowing in this direction. Okay, opposite direction. That's why actually normally if in this direction, then it will be positive. So negative direction because of the current direction shown in the diagram is in opposite direction. Okay, so I2 divided by IB2, this one, is nothing but your current gain of the second stage or Q2, common collector stage, which can be written as from the table minus FC by 1 plus HOC RE2. Is it going correctly and understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So put the values now. Given the values in the top and red portion, and you see that HFC equals to what? Minus 51. So minus minus becomes plus here. Okay. So 51 is at the top numerator, and in the denominator 1 plus HOC is given as 25 microampere per volt multiplied by RE2, which is 5 kilo ohm. Putting this value, we get the current gain of the second stage as 45.3. Yes, Arsh Tripathi, is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Bushra Akhtar?
Yes, sir, it's understood.
See, whatever we are teaching now or discussing, things will be reused in future also. So don't ignore. Try to look back whatever we have studied. All the tables is important. All those things we have derived also. Okay. So now we cannot again go back and see. I'm putting the table here itself. Now next is RI2. What is that RI2? Input resistance of Q2. Input resistance of Q2. And it is C without considering any configuration. It was derived as Zi equals to Hi plus Hr into Ai into ZL. The same thing is written here. Okay, now it is particularly for common collector one. Okay, is it going correctly? Just try to see whether written correctly. Hi2, because 2 we are writing for Q2, and HIC, it was HI for general purpose, it was, and it was told that it is applicable for all the 3 configurations. So HIC plus HR, now it is C is added because it is the common collector configuration. Current gain of Q2, AI2 and RE2, that is ZL, load resistance. In this case it is RE2. Okay, which is connected at the which terminal? RE2 is connected in which terminal? Tell somebody. Aman, where this
Yes, sir. Yes,
where
sir.
this RE2 is connected?
So it is in second stage transistor.
Where?
Emitter
It is emitter
terminal.
terminal. It is connected to the emitter terminal. And that's what happens in case of common collector amplifier. Okay. So putting these values, HIC, you see that HIC is given as 2 kilo ohm. Then HRC is given what? 1 here. And multiplied with gain, current gain. Current gain just now we got, what was that value? 45.3. So 45.3 calculated value we are putting here. And what the RE2 is 5 kilo ohm. RE2 is 5 kilo ohm, we have already taken. Okay, RE2. Okay. So ultimately we get this value 2 to 8.5 kilo ohm. Input resistance of the Q2, which is connected in a common collector configuration or emitter follower configuration. Is it understood, everybody? Yes or no? Bushra?
Yes, sir.
Next is voltage gain up on the Q2 common collector. Voltage gain, obviously output voltage divided by input voltage. So for this, voltage gain is VO by V2. VO means output voltage. Where it is? Across what? Tell me. Across what? VO is across what?
Output emitter terminal of a second stage transistor.
It is across RE2, isn't it? It is across RE2, the load resistance of the Q2. It is across R2, RE2. And input voltage V2 is across base to ground. Okay, and that is across the. So that is what voltage gain here we can understand easily. Now VO is what? We have VO by V2 can be written as this from the table. Is it not? AI2 into RE2 divided by ZI. ZI is now IE2 for us. Is it correct? From the table 8.4, this thing has been derived earlier. So Is it going correctly? This thing can
Yes,
be
sir.
written from our earlier derivation. You can write this. And AI2 just now you have got as 45.3 and RE2 is 5 kilo ohm. Divide by RI2 divide by RI2, which is calculated here only, okay, as 2 to 8.5 kilo ohm. So finally you get a gain of second stage, that is Q2, is 0.991. We know that it is a common collector configuration or emitter follower configuration. Its gain is always less than 1 or very closer to unity. So it is happening here also in this numerical calculations. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So remember, with this calculation, once you do the calculations numerically, then your theoretical knowledge will be again stronger. Confidence level will be more. You might have earlier studied this kind of things or not. In your early classes, that is principle of electronics. Have you studied this?
Cascading was not there in our syllabus.
It was not there?
Cascading, cascoding was not there.
Not there. Okay. But have you calculated this kind of voltage? Gain, current gain, input impedance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is understood by you easily or feeling very difficulty?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. The same thing can be calculated alternatively as given here. AV2 equals to 1 minus HI2 by RI2, and for that you can use this highlighted equation here. 8-42 equation number we have derived earlier. Using that also you can calculate and you will get the same value, 0.991. AV2, that is voltage gain of Q2, is 0.991. Okay? In both the way you get the same value. Now, going to the next first stage. So, second stage, what you calculated? Voltage gain and output, sorry, RI2, input resistance of the second stage. Then current gain also you have calculated. Okay, three things we have: voltage gain, current gain, input resistance. Now, first stage we will start. First stage means Q1, which is emitter, common emitter configuration. Now, RL1 load resistance of Q1 is going to be what? Load resistance of Q1 will be what? Remember that the collector resistance of Q1 is what? RC1? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And in parallel with that is your input resistance of Q2. Okay, let me go back and show you the diagram. Here you have the, yes, you have this one, RC1 with the collector resistance of Q1, and this fellow is having, and you know that for small AC analysis, what you do is we do the AC ground, we do that. So, and you have an input resistance here. Let me say RI2 is here with respect to ground. So, is it not that load for this transistor Q1 is parallel combination of this RC1 parallel RI2? Is it not? Yes or no? Load I mean, see, any amplifier, it has to drive a load. Like speaker, we have connected earlier and shown speaker resistance of 8 ohm. So what is the load of this one? This Q1. Yes,
So
Utkarsh?
RI
Huh?
R2 parallel with RC1.
Ri2 input resistance of the second stage is in parallel with the RC1. That is the load. Combination of these two is the load for the first stage. Is it understood, Bushra?
No, sir.
See, this transistor, first one, okay, first one is having one resistance, collector resistance, RC1, okay. For AC analysis, DC voltages are grounded, means it is like this, okay. So this terminal, collector terminal is seeing one resistance, okay, seeing one resistance, that is RC1. Now this amplifier is loaded with another, say you could connect a RL, okay, which could be 8 ohm at the beginning as a speaker resistance. Are you able to relate earlier discussion on amplifier? This amplifier, C amplifier, could be used stand alone with a speaker. It could drive a speaker, a load having any resistance, say 8 ohm. Okay. In this case, forget about the circuit diagram here. In this case, what will be the resistance? Effective resistance. Is it not RC1 parallel RL? Because both are connected to the same terminal and other terminals are grounded. Yes or no? Effective
Yes,
load
sir.
resistance. Let me call it RL effective. RL effective is this or not? Tell me. If
Yes, sir.
we are
Yes,
going
sir.
to use C amplifier only to drive a load, and that load is nothing but a speaker. Its resistance is 8 ohm or whatever. We are denoting it as RF. So now at the collector terminal, what is the effective load? Effective resistance? Is it not parallel combination of RC1 and RL? Yes or no?
Yes,
Harsh
sir.
Tripathi,
Yes,
Harsh
sir.
Tripathi, are you
Yes.
understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then now see this fellow in the circuit diagram. This fellow is driving a load. Consider this whole thing is having a resistance. That resistance is denoted by Ri. That resistance is input resistance of this circuit Q2 and related component is going to give you a resistance. Give you resistance to this Q1 as Ri2. So it is also coming in parallel. RC1 is parallel with Ri2. Isn't it? Now it is understood. Bushra?
Yes, sir.
Harsh Tripathi, Pratham, is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So load for effective resistance or load for Q1 is nothing but the parallel combination of RC1 and Ri2, where Ri2 is the input resistance of the Q2. Is it my statement correct? Yes or no? Now,
Yes, sir.
going back to our place, first stage. So, see RL1, load resistance of Q1 is now understood, Bushra?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Understood.
So put the values. RC1 we know that it is 5 kilo ohm. RI2 you have calculated is 8.5 kilo ohm. Then RC1 again write an address. So ultimately you get this value 4.9 kilo ohm as the load resistance of E1. Okay. Now AI1 current gain of E1 is what? IC1 divided by IB1. The current through the load to the collector and input current, that is base current. Okay, is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Let me go back
Yes,
to
sir.
the circuit. See IC. Okay, IC2 is flowing in this direction shown here. Okay, IC1 is shown in this direction entering into the collector. Okay, and IB1 is flowing in this direction entering into the base. Okay, so IC1 divided by IB1 is the current gain of the first stage or Q1. Okay, that's what we are saying here in this. Okay, so minus sign is because the direction of the current. Now same thing can be written as minus HFE by 1 plus HOE RL1, and this is what we have already derived, nothing new for us. Putting the values of HFE, HOE, RL1 is coming from here, okay, and this HFE is 50, HFE is 50, we know that the HOE is 25 microampere is given here, okay. So at the end we get this minus 44.5 is the current gain of first stage or common emitter stage. Everybody understood up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The input impedance of the first stage, which is also the input impedance of the cascaded amplifier, complete one, is given by RI1. RI1 is the input impedance of the first stage or the input impedance of the combination, okay, which can be written as this way. It is all derived earlier, so we are just writing in this formula. Earlier we have written HI plus HR into AI into ZL we have written here, okay. In general we have written. Now we are specifically writing because the configuration of Q1 is common emitter. So we are putting the subscript E. E is indicating that it is common emitter. So putting this value HIE is given here. As you can see, HIE is given as 2 kilo ohm. Then AI1 is obtained as AI1 is obtained as minus 44 here, is coming here. And HRE is given here. HRE is given here, so it's coming here. Okay, and RL1 is calculated and it is coming from here. Sorry, here. Let me take another color so that it will not confuse you. This is coming here. So after calculation, you get 1.87 kilo ohm, multiplication, etc. So input impedance or input resistance, we say that is 1.87 kilo ohm for entire stage or combination of the stage, or you can say first stage also. The same resistance is there. Okay, is it okay? But we have not taken into account the RS, source resistance. Remember that. Have you taken so far? Ask the party.
No, sir.
Not yet taken. Source resistance means which one? The resistance here, RS. We have not taken that into account. This one. Not yet taken. Without that, we are doing. Now, the voltage gain of the first stage is AV1 equals to B2 by V1. V2 can be that. V2 is the voltage across the collector to ground. Okay, because load is there only. Here load is the parallel combination RC1 and input impedance of Q2 that we have already calculated. So voltage here is V2. This is the V2. So voltage gain, if you write, then V2 by V1. V1 is at the input, not considering so far the source resistance, etc. So that will be AV1 is this. Is it understood, Bushra? So which can be written as AI1 RL1 by RI1, and putting the values, you will get this value. Voltage gain of the first stage is minus 11.6. Minus 11.6. First is voltage gain. Minus sign is indicating what? Tell me.
So it's a common collector, common emitter.
Minus sign here is indicating what?
Sir, it is a voltage gain of common emitter.
Ashtipati?
Sir, collector current is in the reverse direction. IC is in reverse direction.
Any other thing it is indicating? Pratham?
Sir, it is a common emitter configuration.
But what actually it is indicating gain if it is minus sign? Okay, then it's okay. Common correction you are telling. If you consider the current and relate with the input current means IB1, and now IC1. You are comparing, no? IB1, small signal value I am telling. Another versus IC1. This you are comparing, okay, this two. So it is simply indicating when, let me write here. Suppose IB is making this kind of excursion, sinusoidal. So tell me how the IC will be.
Sir, there will be 180-degree phase shift.
That is what I am asking. It will be a amplified version, but with a phase change of 180 degree. That's what I am telling you. It was, see, when it was making a input was making a positive cycle, half cycle, it is making a negative half cycle. Is it understood, Bushra? Bushra Akhtar? Pratham?
Yes,
And
sir, it is
Bushra
understood.
Akhtar. This minus sign is actually indicating that also. Try to understand. Even for current, even for voltage, it will be C amplifier will be like this. C amplifier. You're telling that it is C amplifier, that's why minus sign. No. Actually, this kind of thing will happen with current and voltage. That's why minus sign is going to be written like that. Okay, let us go and see the other thing. mm, here we are writing the YO1 output admittance to calculate. So that can be written from this table itself. You see YO is written as HO minus HF HR by HI RS. Okay, see that, is it not matching whatever we have discussed earlier, derived earlier? Same thing is here, only thing we have added the appropriate subscript E to indicate it is a common emitter. Yes, Bushra, Pratham.
Yes, sir.
I think Pratham was missing in the
Yes,
first
sir.
1 or 2 class. Are you,
No, sir.
we are missing?
No, sir.
Pratham, no, no, Harsh Tripathi was missing.
Yes, sir.
Why at all? See, this thing we cannot repeat. I'll just say that it has been discussed and you should understand. We have derived all those things. Anyway, putting this value, we put this value and HFE equals to 50, HRE equals to this, given here, HRE, so that HRE is coming from here, HFE is 50 coming here, and RI is taken as 2 kilo ohm, and RS is taken as 1 kilo ohm. See, 1 kilo is coming here. So all these values are given. Put these values and get the final value as this after calculation. I have calculated in step by step in the book. It's not that, it is just final value is given. Okay. In your book, are you referring the book or not? Tell me whether you are referring the book or not. Same thing is given in the book, but not elaborately. I have given step by step so that calculation also it is understood properly. Maybe simply result is given. Want to see the calculation? Are you following the book? Have you got the book or not? Say yes or no.
No, sir.
No, sir, not yet.
So you have the book?
No, sir, it is not available online.
So you are not telling? Nobody is telling that, sir. What to do, how to do, what should I do? Nothing is there. From your side, I
Sir,
don't
we
know.
have, sir, as our seniors, they will be given in 1 or 2 days.
You can ask your senior, but you cannot ask your teacher. I am so, dreadful. Huh? Aji,
No, sir.
yes? You cannot ask me. For any kind of this sort of things. Okay. I don't know why you are so afraid of me. Okay. So RO1 will be reciprocal of that. So value is going to come as 66.7 kilo ohm. This is the output resistance of stage 1. Output resistance of stage 1. Remember that it is what? It is a transistor proper, you can say. Q1 proper. Why I'm telling Q1 proper? It is not considered. This RC1 is not considered. RI2 is not considered. Those are external. Could you understand? These characteristics, no, HO, HF, HR, HI, these are what? The transistor parameter. Okay. See, it is clearly written. Transistor parameter. Are you getting? It is not amplifier's parameter. Amplifier. Want to make the amplifier with MOSFET, MBZT? You need external circuitry like resistor or another transistor or load resistor. In place of load resistor, what we are connecting at the output of the first stage? Another BJT, which is having some input resistance, that is going to be connected in parallel with RC1. That RC1 parallel RI2 is external. That is going to come in parallel with what? Your internal, BJT's own output resistance. Okay. And this RO1 is based on what? See that? It is based on the device parameters. It is device parameters. Taken device parameter into account, then you have calculated RO1, and that will go in parallel with RC1. So RO1 prime is going to be 4.65 kilo ohm. Okay, so that gives you this. This is the part. I mean to say, if you isolate in this way, if I bifurcate this one, then it is having a resistance which is called RO1 inside it. Okay, inside the BJT, and it is connected in parallel with RC1. So here RO1 prime is nothing but RO1 parallel RC1. Okay, so left side part is having this much resistance. After that, you have connected the load, like speaker, you have connected here another resistance which is called RI2. Is it understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So RO1 prime, could you understand which part I am talking about? It is related to the Q1 so far. Okay, not yet connected any speaker or not yet connected any Q2. We have not connected that much resistance at the collector node. If you connect RC1 also. Now the last output resistance of the last is the effective source resistance. Output resistance of the last stage we are going to calculate. Okay, output resistance. So RS2 prime for the second transistor Q2 is going to be RO1. The source effective source resistance RS2 is in parallel with this one. See, RO1 now, you know, RC1 that is coming parallel. So this is thus RS2 prime equals to RO1 parallel. Sorry, RO1 equals to this. Okay. I mean, source resistance for Q2 is what? See, I'll go back again. See, the for example, let me take another color so that I can put. See, this is a amplifier. C transistor, and based on that we are making a amplifier. So for this, what is the source resistance of the source? Resistance of the source, and source is say BS here, and its resistance is RS here. Okay, that is the source resistance for Q1. What is the source resistance of Q2? What is the source resistance of Q2? Is it not just now calculate the RO1 prime? And R1 prime is what? R1 prime is RC1 parallel what? Tell. Just now I was writing RO1. RO1 is what? The built-in. R1 is the built-in resistance or output resistance of the BJT itself, Q1 itself, which is based on various H parameters. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So source resistance for Q, source resistance for Q2 is RO1 prime, where R1 prime is nothing but the RC1, this resistance, collector resistance, and the BJT Q1's internal resistance, that is output resistance, small signal output resistance, and that small signal output resistance is nothing but your, which is based on various parameter. This thing, okay. So RO1 prime is calculated based on this, where RO1 is based on H parameters. Yes, understood. So this is what the RS2 prime, which is calculated already, and it is this. So YO2 can be written in this way. YO2 is equal to HOC minus HFC RC. This is all known to us. Now putting the value and calculating, you get YO2 equals to this after calculation, and hence RO2 is 1 upon YO2, which is come to be 130 ampere per volt. Okay, about 130 ampere, 129.97 ohm. Okay, so is it understood? The output stage, that is final stage, or Q2, is having the output resistance of 130 ohm, about 130 ohm. The calculation is understood. See, we have already discussed the output resistance is the function of the input source resistance. This thing we have already discussed, and it is really coming in because this is the source resistance of Q2. It is the function of source. Until unless you are calculating properly the source resistance, then your calculation of RO2 or output resistance may not be correct. Okay. Now, the output impedance RO prime of the amplifier, output impedance RO prime of the amplifier, taking RE2 into account. So far, RE2 is not considered load because that is considered as an external load like speaker. Okay, that is not considered. Now we have to consider, then only output impedance of the amplifier will be finding out. So that will be parallel combination RO2. So what I mean to say is your RO2 is up to RO2 of this one, of this transistor, which is the function of source resistance. And source resistance is that nothing but this thing. Okay. Now it is up to here. Now this RO2 is in parallel with RE2. So that parallel combination is going to give the RO prime. And RO prime is going to be 127 ohm. The overall current and voltage gain is AI is I2, the current through load resistance, that is RE2, which is connected at the terminal Q2 divided by IB1. And it is going to be this, if you manipulate it, minus AI2 into AI1 into IB2 by IC1. Okay, and IB2 can be found as this. For this, you can see this figure. You can understand IB2 equals to minus IC1 into RC1 divided by RC1 plus I2. It is clear from this. Is it understood? Yes or no? It's a kind of
Yes, sir.
that day I was telling. Okay, I have drawn and told. So not to waste time. So AI1 can be written as this, and finally you get the AI1 equals to minus 43.2. Okay, and finally the voltage gain of the amplifier is going to be coming here. AV equals to VO by V1, and which is going to be minus 115 volt. It is AV2 into AV1. See that if you cascade, the gains are multiplied, voltage gains are multiplied, and you get this. Since the stage 2 is common collector type, its gain is less than unity, 0.99. And first stage is a common emitter is having minus 1.6 is the gain. So ultimately you get minus 1.5. Now one question, see what is the advantage we got? We are getting the less gain compared to the first stage. Compare this one and this one. Yes. Tell me why it is to why at all anything any advantage you are getting by connecting this two stages. Gain is reduced by 1.6. See that? Then AV voltage gain can be also calculated in this way. The overall voltage gain taking source impedance into account. Source impedance now we are going to calculate. ABS we are writing now. BO by BS equals to AV into RI1 by R1 plus RS. RI1 is the input resistance of